Hello, I guess I am live. I thought that I will streamline my video production rate by just going straight to live. This might be a terrible idea, but we will see. Today, I want to talk about how I've been trying to streamline my creator life because if I'm really, which I am, if I'm really into extreme minimalism, I want to actually feel that way. I often feel like, I can reduce the things I own and all of that, but if internally in my mind, I'm still trying to do a million things, then that is ironically not very extreme minimalist at all. I really thought about what I want to focus on in my life and framed it as such. I wanted to think if I can construct my life to only do three things, what would that be? What would make me the most happy? For me, I arrived at writing, meditation, and friendship. These are the three things that, if I can do maximize these three topics, that would already be quite a good life for me. And so I thought about how I actually spend my time, and let's just say, there's like some writing. I think my writing workflow of publishing is a little bit chaotic. The input is there, but the output is not apparent. For meditation, I do practice a regular meditation practice. But I can see that oftentimes I am like trying to fit it in between things, or I am, ruminating and worrying when I'm not meditating. So there's a lot of room for improvement there. As for friendship, I do spend quite a bit of my time online chatting with friends and like making new ones, etc. Um, but I often feel like, oh, there's much more work I can do to improve my presence when I'm with them. In order to do that, coming back to this topic, it's because I have a lot of things on my mind when I'm with my friends. And I'm constantly going, oh, right, I forgot to do this and blah, blah, blah. And of course, like if you're hanging out with a friend, it really sucks if someone else is worrying about their to do list, right? So these are things that I'm self aware that I can improve on. I'm sorry. I am also recovering from a certain respiratory disease that's been going around the world, hence the absence. So together, I want to be able to streamline what I'm offering on this channel. So of course, like extreme minimalism is what brings us together. But I want to be a bit more explicit in saying that I am a writing coach, and a creative entrepreneur, and I used to be a neuroscientist. And I'm really into Buddhism, as you can see from the background. One thing that's starting for me is I'm starting a Buddhist chaplaincy program in a few weeks, where I'll be learning to provide spiritual care. And which brings to the question of what is chaplaincy? Funnily enough, that's actually the first class is you find out what it is for yourself. And for me, what I'm defining it as right now is it is a means for me to infuse like a bit more care as to everything I do, to be a better listener, to provide better presence for those around me, so that I can provide the spiritual support that I want to be able to give to my friends, my family, etc. And so for me, I'm infusing chaplaincy into how I am able to teach writing, share more about meditation, and of course, engage in friendship as well. Today I wanted to show you, right? Like, for an example of this streamlining is that I am directly recording a live as a video so that I no longer am going through this process of recording to making a few takes and then deleting the takes, and then like futzing with the thumbnail and then finally uploading. It's a whole shebang of things that I normally go through, and that really slowed me down. And as you can see, I didn't post for several weeks, and that's very, very not good for the algorithm. And you can see that people who like Craig are really smart, right? From 10 to Life, he knows to repost his old videos over and over. Which for us, it's not a rerun at all because I always find them interesting to rewatch. There are like certain things that one has to do as a creator to make sure that we're able to produce a level of output that can cater to to you who is watching, and also cater to the unfortunate algorithms and all of that is actually changing the ability for an audience, or to, well, I'm going to call you now a future friend, to be able to find this video in the first place. And so, to summarize, I feel like now I'm at a place where I am streamlining my life so that it can actually be have an extreme minimalist vibe, by really focusing on only three topics: writing, meditation, and friendship, as a means of expressing my approach to extreme minimalism. So it's much more of a mental thing and not so much a physical thing. Though I'll end by saying that, like, of course, like, I know that you might be watching this because you want to watch traditional extreme minimalism content. I am decluttering right now, because I've been living in this place for a year, and I don't know how much they're gonna jack up the rent for the next year. So I am very aware that I might have to move, and it would be really annoying to move with a lot of stuff. So I am personally going through a decluttering process, and I hope to show you guys some of that content as well. I have some friends who are playing the minimalist game, where you get rid of one thing on the first day of the month, and two, and then three, that kind of thing, which I found very inspirational as well. Though I feel like for me, I'm trying to do it by physical volume. So what I do is I buy the giant cardboard boxes from place that sells them, and then fill the box. My game is like, how much stuff can I fit into the box, that I'm going to subsequently kick out of the house. As Craig says, getting it out of the house is the most important part of this extreme minimalism game. Anyway, I hope thanks for watching this. I hope that this gives you some inspiration as to how you might want to simplify your life. For example, by focusing on only certain topics, or by any other means. In fact, I would love to hear from you what you might want to do in order to extreme minimize your life as well. All right. Until then, take care, and hopefully the system works, and I will post another video soon.